You're a co-sponsor of a bipartisan bill that would provide the framework for paid long-term care in Washington. Tell us about that bill.
It's called the Long-Term Care Trust Act, House Bill 2533, of which there's also a companion bill in the Senate. What this bill does is set up a trust that you would pay into, very similar to unemployment compensation. And if you have worked 3 years of the last 6, or a total of 10 years, you would be able to draw on this in order to help pay for long-term care.
So just when people might be getting a little more in their paychecks from federal tax reform, you're proposing a state deduction. Why is this needed?
Well, because the state of Washington is facing a silver tsunami. We're all getting older, and at the rate of a huge number of people that are reaching the age of 65. So what we are proposing here is that this would help keep you out of a nursing home, and hopefully by drawing on it you could help pay for care in the home.
There's also concern that the costs of Medicaid could be a problem for the state budget as well. Can you speak to that?
Well, I think people need to understand that with facing this silver tsunami, as I have implied, we are in danger of down the road bankrupting the state of Washington, because Medicaid picks up the cost of long-term care once you have spent down every penny you have. And I don't think most people want to do that. So they can draw on this account up to $100 a day. Now, if you stop and think about it, if you can be kept at home and you have $100 a day to spend for care, that's not a bad deal. When you're talking $50,000 to $100,000 plus for long-term care in a facility. So this really is something that I hope people understand, that it's something down the road for their care once they get to the age where they can no longer care for themselves. And you know what we see happening too is that many families are faced with a son or a daughter having to quit their job to take care of a senior citizen, their mother, father, whomever it may be. That takes them out of the productive end of the economy, and so consequently they don't have any type of coverage. So hopefully that we can provide this with this House bill and the Senate companion, so that people are not faced with being absolutely broke by the time they enter a facility, nor do we break the state of Washington.
What is the status of this legislation?
This legislation has had a hearing, and we had a press conference just the other day, and hopefully it will be scheduled to the rules and then to floor action in the very near future, because time, of course, is of the essence, and it's no cost to the state.
If people want to get more information about this or other bills and legislation, what can they do?
Oh, they can go to my website. They are free to call the hotline, or they are free to call my office or email me.